Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of PhotoBiz Live. This is Joanne from the PhotoBiz team, and I'm here with Jennifer, and she's going to do a webinar about our new PhotoBiz point of sale, and she'll tell you a lot about how to use that and how it works. In addition to getting the opportunity to learn from Jen in today's webinar, we'll also have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar, and you can submit your questions using the chat tool, and they'll be answered after the presentation. You can also join in the discussion on Twitter by using the hashtag #PhotoBizLive. If at any point during today's webinar you have any difficulty hearing the speaker or seeing the slides, please use the comment box to let us know. We'll also be recording this webinar, and it'll be available for replay on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/photobiz. With that, I'll turn things over to Jen.
Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode of PhotoBiz Live. I'm so glad to get to talk with you all about our new point of sale today. I want to start out with just giving you guys a little bit of information about what to expect today. Again, the different information that Joanne reviewed in terms of using the hashtag PhotoBiz Live in case you guys have any questions. And then as we review the point of sale today, you're going to see a number of different things that we talk about. First off, what is PhotoBiz point of sale? How can you use it? And then some live examples. So PhotoBiz's point of sale is a tool that you can use to be able to close sales on the go. It is an app built for smartphones such as iPhones and other Android devices, and it allows you to work with the PhotoBiz Store to be able to sell things. So let's go ahead and pull up the app itself. I've got a nifty little tool that will allow me to be able to show it directly on the air for you guys. So this is the PhotoBiz ToGo app. When you first download it from one of the app stores, it brings you to a login screen. It is the exact same login that you use for your online control panel. You're just simply typing it into your phone instead. While you're going to see the mouse here because I'm showing it to you on a computer, think of anything that I'm clicking with the mouse as something you would tap with your finger. So go ahead and you type in your username and your password and click login. When you first log in, you see a variety of different options. When we first came out with PhotoBiz ToGo, it allowed us to be able to do things with the store, with the blog, and even be able to submit support tickets. As it's grown, particularly with the latest point of sale coming out, you now have more options. And you're also seeing a sneak peek here of some things that are going to come out in the future. So you guys are some of the first people to see that in the future, in addition to the things you know and enjoy inside of the point of sale, you're also going to have the availability to view latest news. For example, when you click on the latest news, you'd be able to see what are different events going on, what are blog posts that have come out, so you can see it directly through the app. In addition, we're building the app so that we'll be able to allow to send notifications. It could remind you of different things that are happening, as well as give you notifications about different things from within your PhotoBiz products. So to start out with showing you how the point of sale works, I wanted to first take you into taxes and merchants. So a lot of the different settings for the point of sale really work with things that you've already set up in the store. And with that in mind, in order to use the PhotoBiz point of sale, you do have to have the PhotoBiz Store because it works together with it, and it really is powered by the store. When you come into the app and you would tap on taxes and merchants, this allows you to be able to adjust some things that are very specific for when you're closing those sales from within this app. You can be able to enable taxes so that they come on or off. You'd simply with your finger drag that little button so that it would turn the taxes on. Then you can determine whether you're taxing your shipping or not, and even be able to physically type in what is your tax percentage rate. Then that gets applied to anything that you are making sale-wise from within that app. The other thing it's going to show is any of the merchants that you've set up within your store. We have set up within the online control panel so that when you're setting up your merchants, you're able to choose which ones will show on the store versus which ones will show on the app. You can absolutely use the same merchants in both places, but you can also choose to have specific merchants that you only use for those point of sale pieces where you use specifically ones for online. So for this example today, I've got both credit card set up and an offline payment set up. Always important, click the Save button. So now as we go back up and scroll back up to point of sale, when you first come into point of sale, you see a new sales screen come up. It shows you the ability to add an item, the ability to choose shipping method, showing a total including the cart, any shipping, your tax, even repeating for you what that percentage rate is, and a total. It allows you, then you see a nice big blue payment button as well as a reset sale. So let's go ahead and walk through adding an item. So you've got a few different options here. Any of the products, services, prints, gift cards, packages that you've set up in your online store are available to sell through your point of sale. Let's pick a product. So the neat thing is when you go in to pick a product, you've got a search bar where you can physically type something in. So you could say rock, and when you hit that search bar, it would show you that one product that had that word in it, or if there's multiple products that have that word in it. You could click cancel to go back and see your entire list and continue scrolling through things to see what you want to do. Say you've got somebody who wants to buy the wedding poses. So you click that, it shows the price. You can even change the quantity with it as well. Then simply click add, and you come back to the new sales screen where you can now see that this item has been added to the cart, what the total dollar amount is, and including the tax being calculated altogether. You can also add gift cards to be able to sell them through this point of sale. I will make note though that while you can sell gift cards through the point of sale, you cannot redeem them through the point of sale. Another really interesting thing with the point of sale is the ability to sell custom items. Say you are out at a trade show and you are trying to bring in new business, and you have somebody that you run into that you've been talking with them and they decide they're ready to sign up. You could right then and there take their session fee or their deposit by typing in their name, putting in whatever the quantity is, setting, maybe you require a $500 down payment. You can do that, and it will simply then be able to tally up what it is. You can say, nope, this one's not taxable. This one doesn't need to charge any shipping since you know that's just what the price is. Click add, and then you can see that it added that for $500. Right then and there, it gives you the ability to not only sell what you already have set up in your store, but anything that you're selling at any point in time when you're out and about with people and they're ready to pay, you can always say, yes, I'm ready to take your money. Then if you're choosing different things, such as, let's say, they're choosing prints, you can come in and pick what that size would be. Say they decided they wanted to get 10 3x5s. Choose that 10, it automatically totals the price, add it to the cart, see that that's there. Now the one caveat is you have to remember that you're not picking the images from within the point of sale. When you're within the point of sale, you're choosing what you're selling, so you'd need to make some sort of a note of what poses that they might be purchasing of those 10 3x5s. You can continue adding more things. Say you have all these different things that you want to be able to sell to people, and you know that there's other things that you want to share with them, you can just keep going through and looking at your different products and being able to sell them to people as you go. It's just so wonderful to be able to literally look through your store just like a catalog and be able to say, okay, yes, that's what I want to buy, and that's what I want to add to the cart, and then I want to sell it and collect the money right then and there from your customer. Some of these items that you put in the cart, you might decide that there's some shipping charges involved with it. When you get into those shipping charges, you can then choose them. You can set them up from within your control panel again so that they're already pre-populated in there. So for this example, we're going to say we pick U.S. ground. It's automatically adding $5 shipping, and you're all set to go. So there you can see the cart total, the shipping, the tax, everything automatically tabulated. So then when you hit payment, then you can start entering in your customer's information. This is another great way that it really works with your online store in that you can select a customer. You can quite literally search through any of the customers that you have set up in your store and pull in their information. We obviously have some very random test information in this account, but you can see that, okay, there's their information. This is the person you wanted to sell it to. Oh, they got a new phone number. Tap on their information, pull in here, and let's say Now you realize there's no area code. Let's add that area code into that phone number. Click Save, and suddenly that information is not only saved within the sale that you're making directly through the point of sale, but it's also saved in your store so that any future transactions you make with this customer through your store are a part of that. We really want to make it that seamless experience for you so that it's really working with the store that you've built and love. The other thing you can do is be able to add a brand new customer. If, per se, this sale is to someone that you've never sold to before, when you click on that search customer, there's a new button up in the top. So you can say, alrighty, here's this new person I'm going to send it to. Here is their name, here is their email address, and here is their phone number. You guys will all recognize that phone number. Literally, you're going through and typing in their information so that when they are making that sale, you have all that information later to be able to look through as you're working on building that relationship with them. We want to make it super easy, super straightforward for you and your customers to be able to interact together and continue to close those sales and help you make more money. So let's see, scrolling down, North Carolina. Add in that zip code and save. So there you go. You've just replaced the information with a brand new customer. It's saved down in your cart and you're good to go. So now it's time to take that money. So this person's decided they're going to take a credit card, but you really, like you said before, and we looked in the different merchants, you have a variety of different options of what you want to collect that with. So you've selected credit card, you've tapped done. Now it's time to enter that credit card information. Now you might be thinking, oh my goodness, she's going to type in a credit card live on the air. Have no fear, this is simply a dummy credit card so that you can see how it processes, but I'm not showing you my credit card number. Type in their name, type in the number. It's a wonder I even had to say this was a dummy credit card since you can see this number is obviously so random. Then when you go to choose the expiration date, we made it really easy for you with a scroll bar. You can be able to scroll through the different dates, choose what that expiration is. You can even enter in the CVA code for that extra security. Then when you go to hit process, bingo, it's going to spin while it does its magic, and then when it's finished, you have a nice confirmation up on the screen where you're able to see here's the order number, here's the total amount paid, who was that emailed to, and you're done. Your customer has received an email with the receipt from the transaction they've made. You've received your email that you're used to with the store, and a record has been placed within your store so that you can see everything that was made. So it really is just such a user-friendly system for you to be able to sell anything on the go, collect credit card payments. No need to carry around a swiper. Simply be able to type in that credit card information and go. You finish one transaction, you're ready for the next. There's already a button right there ready for you to start that new payment. Alrighty, well, with so many people here in something brand new, what I want to do now is be able to talk with you guys a little bit about what questions you have. Okay, the first question that I see here is from Andrew. Is there really any difference in the product versus Square or the program from Quicken? Well, one of the really nice things with this is that it's integrated with your store. So if you were to use our store and then you were able to use somebody else's point of sale, they wouldn't already have all the information integrated together. You wouldn't have that tracking working together. So with this, it's taking with what you know and love with the store that we have to help you sell online, and being able to take it in your pocket. Yes, you could pull up your store mobily. We made sure that it works in HTML5 so that you can pull it up in a web browser. But this is a tool for you. Your website is a tool for your customers. This now gives you the ability and the control with that. And yes, Andrew, your next question, what are the credit card processing fees? Well, the wonderful thing with this is that, again, just as you know and love with the store, there are no commission fees. PhotoBiz does not touch your money. It simply goes directly through your merchant and back to you. So it depends what merchant you choose to work with. The PhotoBiz store works with a variety of different merchants, including Authorize.net, PayPal, PayJunction, Google Checkout, iTransact. There's so many different choices so that you can figure out which one works best for you and which one's information really has the the numbers and everything that you really want to work with. Alrighty, who else has some questions for us today? Carl is asking, how much is it? So that's a great question, Carl. I should have mentioned that from the start. So with this, the point of sale is simply $5 a month. There is no setup fee. If you have the PhotoBiz Store, then all this is adding $5 a month. We want to make it really affordable to you. Again, I repeat, there is no setup fee. It is just $5 a month on top of your existing PhotoBiz membership and the store. Who else has some questions for us today? Okay, Andrew has another question. Often processors charge more for manually entering in a credit card number versus swiping a card. Is there an option for swiping? You know, Andrew, it's something that we'd love to be able to offer. At this time, it is simply typing in your information, and it's certainly something we'll take back to our developers and help them understand that people are interested in that. And I obviously can make no promises, but it's certainly something we can try and research. Carl, will the updates work seamlessly with this when they come out? Fees. Not quite sure what you mean in terms of updates. Do you mind typing in a little bit more, Carl? Carl, I'm actually going to unmute you and see if you can't ask your question.
All right, Jen, can you hear me now?
I can.
Very good. The future updates you talked about at the beginning, the things that are going to be maybe happening in the future that that you guys are still working on, is that just going to be something that we update, download, or firmware, or how's that going to work?
Certainly. So with the PhotoBiz ToGo app, just like any app, there's always going to be some updates and different things as we come out with some new tweaks. Things like the notifications and to be able to see the news are not things that are going to cost money. Those are more support tools that we want to be able to empower you. Does that answer your question, Carl?
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty. Are there any other questions today? Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for this special episode of PhotoBiz Live, talking about our brand new point of sale app.